Okay, winterization on your boat. There's the boat right there, YouTube Dreaming. Call it YouTube Dreaming because that's when I got it, thanks to YouTube. I mean Google. My channel does okay. Más y menos. But we're traveling a far distance now, and I was gonna leave the canvas on right here. How do you travel with your boat? You're not, it's drizzling out and you're not supposed to leave this on. Well, you're not supposed to touch it either, but what happens if you leave your canvas on, if you're driving long distance on windy days, see how the wind captures under here? Well, it'll pop one of these and it'll break the bottom part of this off right here. And not only will it break the bottom part of the clip off right here, this right here flapping could scratch your glass. So I am gonna have to take off. And I was trying to get away with leaving it on, and my wife says, what are you gonna leave it on for? Because we've actually popped a couple of these off driving before because my lazy butt didn't take them off. So yes, if you're moving a boat or hauling a boat somewhere, do not haul it with your canvas on, because you're gonna pop these off right here. Now what I put them in with is the epoxy, the self-mixing epoxy. You got the little needle on it, so I just go ahead and use that to put in there. All right, but either way, so yeah, we're traveling with the boat right now. Got all the safety features on. I pull up on it a couple times. These are supposed to be crossed right here. This is just a wire. This is just, this don't pop up. See, because if this pops all the way up, you're gonna lose this. So I gotta tighten that up a little more. But if this pops all the way up, but that's why these are supposed to be crossed. Because if it does pop up, those create a cradle, so this don't hit the floor. So either way, that's if you're traveling with your boat. Now I know people that had a boat shrink wrapped and brought all the way to Chicago from a different state. But from my understanding, I've never done it myself, but from my understanding, people say don't even shrink wrap it, because if a piece of plastic comes unraveled and you're traveling cross country, you're not going to hear that piece of plastic on the side of the boat or see it. But when it's flapping like this, it's going to scratch your gel coat. So, but I do know somebody with a 44 footer that they haven't traveled across country, and it made it okay. But how we travel with our boat when we travel far and we don't have the canvas on it, this boat is empty right now. All the seats are out of it, because if you try to travel with your boat, see, all the seats are out of it. Everything's out of it, because if you try to travel with your boat with the seats in it, and say this thing does come off, you maybe arrive at your destination with no seats, because I've seen that happen before also, where people are just driving with their boat without their canvas and the seats pop off. So if you're traveling with your boat, try to do it the securest and safest way possible, which is no canvas on it. And what I was taught with no shrink wrap, but I do know people that have done it and they've been successful. See, there's somebody with boat canvas there. You see where their boat canvas is with the Chicago wind. No sense in wrapping your boat with that. You know, the Chicago wind is horrible. All right, so we're here. We made it to Cabela's. I didn't know if you know, if you have a Mercury engine, I love that tractor right there. If you have a Mercury engine, Cabela's works on boat engines. I had a guy that would go to a small place and he says it just wasn't running right, I said, take it to Cabela's. And man, he said, thanks for the referral, man, that thing works amazing now, yada yada yada. But I wanted to show you this. If you got a boat and boat canvas, this is one of the best things I did. If you got a saggy part on your canvas, the front of it is a saggy part on our canvas. So you pick these up, and they come in different lengths, different pieces. You can stack them together, but twice I lost this piece right here. So what I did is I spray foamed inside of the whole thing. I put it together, right? I spray foamed inside of the whole thing, and then I screwed it together. So this way, if it falls overboard, it doesn't break apart in pieces, and it floats now. I got to put the canvas back on all the way. My appointment's for 11, then check in with them. They canvas the top from the top. That's the highest it could go, because I got to fit through my carport. So from the top, the highest it could go is when I shrink wrap it. I showed you the other boat. The shrink wrap was just horrendous. Like, they had their own wrapping they did, and with the Chicago wind it just blew it completely off. So try re-wrapping that in the wintertime. I'm gonna go ahead and get this on. This is for the front, the saggy part of your canvas, to help it roll off.